Hi everyone, my name is Kyung Lee and I am a PhD student at UNIST in South Korea. Today I will introduce ADIO, which physically augments digital audiobook listening experience. In these days, digital audiobook streaming service increases rapidly. However, audiobook users often report that they cannot fully engage in audiobook because of emotional attachments to reading a paper book. According to previous research, the paper book's physicality plays an important role in engaging people to read a book continuously. So the design of ADIO aims to augment audiobook listening experience by applying advantages of paper book's physicality. I will introduce a short video clip. So ADIO represents users' digital audiobook listening state in everyday spaces. To show one's listening amount, ADIO's pendants change its length and e-paper display shows audiobooks. When the user pulls down ADIO's lever, the most recently played audiobook is shown on e-paper display, and the pendants move to a position for representing the audiobook's progress. ADIO is connected with users' digital account and retrieves the listening data every 30 seconds. And then ADIO represents the data when user pulls down ADIO's lever. In summary, ADIO positions our users' digital audiobook in everyday living space and physically represents their listening progress. For that, we wanted to make ADIO as a bookshelf. Through several sketches and modelings, the final design of ADIO resembles paper books stored on a bookshelf. Based on the software development and careful fabrication, we built 3 fully functional prototypes. To look deeply into how ADIO affects the current practice of listening audiobooks, we conducted 4 weeks of in-field study with 6 participants. We provided a 2 weeks of trial period before deployment to familiarize participants with audiobook streaming service Naver Audio Clip. Interviews were conducted every week. Also, the usage log data was recorded whenever user pulled down ADIO's lever and whenever they listened to audiobook. Based on that, we could find some common use patterns of ADIO, including personal way of use. Through iterative affinity diagramming and a triangulation of the analysis of usage log and the interviews, we got 4 findings. I will quickly talk about the summarized key points of findings. First, we confirmed that 4 participants record the contents they listened to when they pulled down ADIO's lever. Additionally, the 2 participants noted that they could get a sense of where the contents they had listened to was located in audiobooks through the pendant physical location. They also noticed that this helps to remember the contents of audiobook, which was difficult to recall. This physical movement of ADIO's pendants become a proof of their listening to audiobook. People mentioned that for her, audiobook was just information floating on the internet, but as ADIO captured it, she felt as she actually read them. This affects participants perceived and treat the audiobook like a paper book. Besides, the presence of ADIO reminded and motivated participants to listen to audiobooks. Then some participants utilized ADIO for listening to audiobook. In case of P2, she set a short-term goal on the pendant's physical length, and P1 pulled down ADIO's lever to promise herself to listen to audiobook. Lastly, P3 attached some sticky notes to record her listening history besides the pendant. Based on the findings, we propose new methods for augmenting audiobook listening experience at 3 stages. First, it is important to make it easy to get started listening to audiobook. One way is providing continued awareness of the audiobook, and some physical triggers may help users to plan next listening. Second, during listening stage, as our participants noted, visualizing personalized listening experience, such as showing notes for their thoughts or favorite parades, can be one way. Lastly, at the post-listening, acknowledging the achievements of finished audiobooks may strengthen the experiential quality. Thank you for listening. I'm really honored to share our studies through this conference.